Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I really wanted to just come on here and take the time to talk to you guys about my breast reconstruction. I was posting and even pre-posting all my videos, my before pictures, videos, like just the days leading up to my breast reconstruction date. And then after I just had my breast reconstruction done 7 days ago, I was posting videos at the post-op appointments, just everything, just showing you guys the tubes that were in my body, everything. But I decided to take those down, just because mainly it just wasn't me to, you know, do that. So, and anyway, I wasn't getting a lot of views for whatever reason on those videos. So I decided to remake it and just tell you guys and talk to you guys, discuss it. And I really didn't like the fact that I had to keep going piece by piece by piece. Like the videos were coming out raggedy and stuff. So I want to start with um, my story of why my breast reconstruction had to be done. Some people do it, for their own pleasure or whatever. And a lot of times it's health reasons. And for me, it was health. Um, I have been constantly getting breast tumors because my breasts were so heavy and a lot of dense tissue were in them. So, 2017, the tumor started busting out of my breast, okay? And the whole time prior to all those years, when I was going to the doctors, they kept saying, "Oh, it's nothing. They're benign." They kept thinking they were cysts. Okay, no, they turned out to be tumors, which was is still so crazy to me today. So I went through that, and I should have did the breast reconstruction then, but the surgeons, they didn't think that the tumors were gonna come back. So fast forward, now we are in 2019, so exactly 2 years later, August. So it was 2 years and a month later. Um, I went to do my mammogram, and after I did my mammogram, they came back in the room and they said, "Oh, you're gonna get your results today." And I'm like, "Today?" I thought that was weird because normally I just do my mammogram and go. So I'm like, "All right, well, whatever." They must have found something on the screen from what I was already feeling. And I was right about that. So she said, "Yeah, it looks like two tumors showing up." I'm like, "Okay." I didn't want to talk about it. She's like, "Well, we have to put you in an ultrasound." So fine. Did the ultrasound. And the doctor came in. I said, "Honestly, I just don't want to talk about it. I just want to remove them. This is not the first time." I'm like, "So clearly they just keep reappearing." I'm like, "Before it gets too late, let's just remove them." So went to the breast cancer center, which was like up in a different department, but upstairs, all in the same hospital. And scheduled to surgery. Dr. Warren was so good about that. I was in surgery the next couple of days, and I actually had to end up getting 5 tumors removed because there were more growing. Yes, while she was in there. So I was like, praise God, because she was able to get it all. After I had my 5 tumors removed. That was the end of August, that was like the last week of August actually of 2019 this year. So I was on bed rest from that. So September, October, yep, September, October, until October 10th, I was on bed rest. And I got off bed rest, and then I was called finally to have my breast reconstruction done. Because I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and do it this time. So that way, we know for sure that these tumors are not going to, come back. Now, let's talk about getting your breast reconstruction or your breast reduction approved. Okay, where do I start? First of all, you have to have insurance. You're gonna need some insurance, and you're gonna need good insurance. Okay, because it's very expensive. Very expensive. Um, you get a referral from your doctor, and when you get the referral, and then you go, once they call you, you go there, have your appointment. The doctor looks at your chest, okay, sees if you're a good candidate, which I was. I was not on top of having the tumors. I was a triple D. I was a triple D 44 going into a triple D 46. So I had some orangutan boobies. And I didn't think that it was going to get approved because even if you do have good insurance, like they are sometimes sticklers about approving getting either, your breast reconstruction done or your um, breast reduction done. It's like certain things they look for, so it's easy for them to deny it. And I think with insurance, you can, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 times you can try to get it approved, and then you have to wait for so long. So if it didn't get approved, I was just going to try to run it again because this needed to happen. It was very urgent that this needed to happen. So you want to make sure that you have insurance, good insurance, decent insurance. Okay. My insurance paid, I believe, like 96 or 97% of my surgery because my surgery was about 20 something thousand, almost $30,000, I think. And my portion was just $300 from the 30,000. So they paid mainly all of it, and also they paid for all my surgeries I've been having. Actually, I haven't had to come out of the pocket, but $200 to $300 for every surgery, because I believe for my tumors to be removed, or 5 tumors to be removed, I believe that was like almost $20,000, and my portion for that was, I think it was 300 that time. That time too, 300. So you want to make sure you have good insurance, okay, guys? After you get the approval, and then they will call you with your date to do your post-op. Oh no, pre-op. You could do your pre-op, do your vitals, sign your paperwork, and then your doctor will talk to you. And I went to Dallas Medical Center, Dr. Antonetti. His office is there, and they do a wonderful, phenomenal job. I love them. It was like the customer service is just amazing. All the ladies in the office, they're the bomb. Yeah, all of them. I wouldn't even be able to pick a favorite one because I just love each and every one of them, like genuinely. And I'm picky about my doctors, surgeons, all that stuff. So it's just crazy how the first time I ever tried to go through with getting my breast reconstruction approved, it was at the Plano plastic surgery where Dr. Antonetti does his surgeries, does his procedures, and they would not call me back. And I was like, man, I'm like, why won't they call me back? I didn't know what happened. So I was thinking, okay, the insurance probably didn't get back with them. Something dropped somewhere down the line. I don't know. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just try. And then it ended up being Dr. Antonetti anyway. So I was like, okay, thank you, Lord. When the time is right on his timing. So it's definitely been a long time coming. And this procedure is just, it was needed. And I'm so grateful because everything looks so good and beautiful and nice. So then they pick your surgery date, and I went to the Plano Surgery Center, which they are amazing. The staff there was amazing too. Once I came there, it was just welcoming from the front office, and that's another thing that I look at. Do I feel comfortable when I walk in here? How's everybody? Everyone made me feel so welcome. They prep you for surgery, and of course, get your vitals one more time, do your urine sample, and the anesthesiologist comes and talks to you, and by that time you should already have your IV. And that's another thing. My IV, I'm scared of needles. Yeah, I know, as old as I am, but yes, I'm scared of needles. So the prep nurse, she did a wonderful job, and on top of that, her name was Sharon. My mother's name was Sharon. So I was like, okay, Lord, you definitely are here in this room. So, and then my last surgery, when I had my 5 tumors taken out, my nurse, her name was Sharon. It was at a completely different hospital. So I'm like, I know that God was with me through all of it, like all of it. Um, and then it was nurse at my last surgery. It was Nurse Sharon, and then my prep nurse was Nurse Deborah. And I'm like, okay, Lord, that's my grandmother's name. He just been with me this whole time, just letting me know, you know what, I got you. I got this. It's done. So I just praise God. But going back to my surgery, and I was already knocked out before I had went into surgery already. So once I woke up, the surgery was done at about 11. I went in at, so about 4 hours. So went in at 6 a.m. and then we finished at like 11, a little after 11. And I woke up and they were talking to me, and I had these tubes inside of me on each side of my body, and I had the little surgical bra on, and um, praise God that my godmother was able to come. My aunt and uncle were there. I know that my grandparents, I know that if my main family, I know if a lot of them, you know, could make it, they would be there for me. So, but I do thank God for, my family that was there with me during the surgery. So they took me home, brought me home, sat with me for a couple hours, and I mean, I honestly, I didn't feel any pain. Oh, also, you're gonna make sure you're gonna bring the meds because before your surgery, you're gonna get a to-do list, and that day, do your to-do list. If you need to go get your labs done, go get your labs done. Go get all of your medication because you want to have it before the surgery. You're gonna need it because they're gonna tell you to bring it to the surgery. So I wasn't in any pain when I got, and because I was on the meds and still under, anesthesia. So of course I'm not gonna be feeling too much. So once I got here, I was watching TV, took my pain meds, and yeah, the worst part, that uncomfortable part, I'm not gonna say the worst because there's no for me. Everybody's different, but for me, there was no worst part. The uncomfortable part was the tubes in my body on both sides coming out of my body. It was just uncomfortable, but you want to make sure you keep those drain tubes clean, you guys. Okay, and you want to have your alcohol pads, your baby wipes. I just kept it all like on my kitchen counter so that if I needed to get up, because I'll get to that, sleeping in the bed in a second, which is why I'm here. We on day 8. We about to be on day 8 tomorrow, and I'm here still on the couch. Okay, so you want to have your meds and stuff on the counter. What did I say? Alcohol pads, baby wipes, alcohol, um, cotton swab. Every little medical thing, okay? And you need to keep those drain tubes clean. Like I said, they're gonna be on both sides of your body, and they say every 3 to 4 hours keep them clean. But I was cleaning them like every hour because I didn't want no blood clogs, clogging up. So none of that. I was draining, cleaning them, keeping them clean. Don't try and drain them with your finger because for whatever reason it didn't work that way with me. I had to get a wet something like, but anyway, I just used the alcohol pad and wipe the drain, from the outside, drain it, and it just came down easy like that. I don't know why. You drain, hold, like pinch it so the blood won't go back up. Drain it, drain it, drain it into that tube. And then make sure you're keeping track of how much you drain because they're going to ask you, oh, how much is coming out? How much is it filling up to? Which mine wasn't getting, at the first night, it would fill up to like 50. I would do, empty it. But then after that, like after day 3, it really wasn't too much in there. But I was still cleaning anyway, still clean it. They do give you the constipation medicine because all the medication you gonna be constipated, and I don't like taking medication, so which is why I only and the antibiotic you have to take that, and that needs to be gone, so you're gonna have to take it. I believe it's breakfast, lunch, dinner. Is it one more? I think it was one more, but breakfast, lunch, dinner for sure. You need to be taking antibiotics so that you will not get an infection, okay? And make sure you go buy like A&D ointment. Um, I have the A&D ointment. That's what I use. I went to go buy that. And then today I ordered some Aquaphor from Amazon. I've been ordering everything from Amazon since I do work for them. I get a really good discount, like stuff that's been like one item Like today, I ordered the Aquaphor, which was like $19, but with all the discounts and stuff like that, it came out to only $6 and some cents. So why not? um, so I've been ordering everything, which has been coming in handy right now because normally I'm on the go. I could go get it, but I cannot. Haven't been able to drive. So, and you want to get a lot of rest. Get a lot of rest, you guys. Okay, so I went over drain tubes with you guys. That's going to be the most, that was the most uncomfortable part for me. Everything else didn't bother me. No lifting, reaching, none of that crazy stuff. You need to be resting, okay? And sleeping. Oh my goodness. I could not sleep in the bed, and I still can't. First of all, because I like to sleep on my stomach. So, if I get in my bed, trust me, my bed is so comfortable. I'll roll over so fast, and I don't want to do that. So, I've been on the couch, which I do not sleep on my sofas. No, no, thank you. That's a no no. Um, with this medical pillow, it's been like heaven. This is a medical pillow from the hospital. And I mean, it's like life. Like, for real, feels good. And it's been helping me these last couple days, these last 8 days, you guys. Thank God. Um, yeah. So, the bras, okay. You're gonna come home with a surgical bra. And now I had my surgery on a Friday, last Friday. So the next day I had post op, which they normally don't do that, and they're not open. But because they had my surgery on a Friday, they wanted to follow up the next day. So I had my first post op literally the next morning at 8 a.m. Okay, so did that, and they cleaned me up, everything changed, my bandage, all of that, and everything just looked so good. What else, you guys? They're gonna clean you up at your post-op appointments, change the tape, which they did that to me, and then they actually took my tubes out this week out of my body, and they were supposed to stay in there a little longer, but they were ready to come out early. So I was thankful for that. I was not expecting that. So I was moving around, driving, not doing too much, but going here and there. He said I could go to the grocery store, do little stuff like that, which I have been. I feel good, you guys. I feel really good, and I'm happy and I'm excited. Everything looks so good, and I'm so excited for you guys to see it. And if anybody know how to do the pictures, post the pictures with the videos up, let me know, because I want to show you guys like side by side the before and the after. What else? So, okay, we're going on day 8. Okay, so you go home with the instructions, whatever, no dairy the first night. But me, with my crazy self, I kept saying, oh my gosh, I feel so sick. I feel so sick. Day 1, I was like, I don't want to smell no food from nowhere, nothing. And it was because I was eating dairy. That's why I was so nauseous. But they do give you the medication for nausea, which, like I said, I'm not big on taking medication. I have been doing everything natural for a good couple months, and I've been doing really good at it, like doing plant based. It's been good to me. Um, so I still have the nausea medication. I still have the constipation medication, and I still have my Valium. Those I have not even had to touch. The hydrocodone and the um, medicine for so you won't get infection. So your breast, won't get infected and stuff like that. Those are the two main ones that I had to take. Now the hydrocodone, um, every 4 to 6 hours, you are supposed to be taking them. And I actually started off with 1.5, so I would break the other one in half. And then I even stopped doing that, and I was just taking one. And I was just trying to break myself away from it, period, because I do not. You got to be careful taking those heavy medications, you guys. Be careful. So if the pain starts to get unbearable, because once that nausea medication starts, no, not the nausea, but the anesthesia and stuff start wearing off, you may feel a little pain because depending on how somebody does your breast, oh, sorry, you guys, the breast reconstruction or your breast reduction, you guys, that nipple gonna have to come off, and that's what happened to me on both. The only thing he did was keep my nipples. Everything else was removed, and he just built from the skin that was there. Rebuilt. He took all the fat out, all the dense tissue, everything. So I'm just happy. It just looks so good. I can't even wait for you guys to see the results. Um, what else? Just trying to make sure I don't leave anything else out for you guys. Make sure you guys are going to your post-op appointments after your surgery. Um, yeah, and are gonna have to, depending. I guess everybody's different. Everybody's different. For me, I had to have the full 6 weeks off because that's the longest they could take you off of or put you on restriction, light duty, whatever. If you go work in the office, then you probably could go back to work. I don't know, after a week or 2 weeks, I don't know. But for me, I had no choice but to take the whole 6 weeks off of work. Yeah. And then if I'm not ready still when that comes, we're going to have to extend it. So we'll see. Um, let's see. I just want to make sure I don't leave nothing out for you guys. So, let's see, was it day 3? I had a hard time trying to get comfortable on the couch. Like I was up in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep, but that was just me trying to get comfortable because I had to sit up and sleep, you guys. I had to sit up, sleep sitting up. I was not laying down like this because if I did at that point, because the breasts were tender, it was like it was hurting. It was some pain. But when I slept sitting up, it's no pain because the breasts are not moving and not going nowhere. So it was just about getting comfortable. I did not have time to go get the maternity pillow and like the pillow that go around your neck for when you're on a plane. A lot of people said that's very comfortable having these procedures done. But this medical pillow right here, yes, it's life right here. I don't even know who this is by, you guys, but it's from the hospital. It's a medical pillow from the hospital. Yeah. Um, I noticed that when it's cold, the breasts they like start aching a little bit. I don't know, sensitive to the cold. And when it's warm, It feels nice. So that's it right now, what I'm going through. I have, I don't know, let me see if it's still. So you have to massage. I'll tell you guys, you have to massage the breasts, you know, massage them, just rub them lightly, just like this, graze them with both hands, each of them. They're going to tell you to start doing that, I think, like day 2. And make sure you put in your ointment. That's the biggest thing. So get you the biggest bottle that you can of A&D. And that's crazy. I haven't. Remember, you guys, we used to be able to find the jumbo tubes of A&D ointment. I couldn't find that. I was having a hard time. So the Aquaphor comes in big, which that's what I did, the 14 ounce. So get you cannot be putting on no perfume, all that stuff. That's out, y'all. That's out. No coconut, and I use organic coconut oil, unrefined. That means untouched, unrefined coconut oil. That's what you guys need to be looking for. But you cannot put it on the breasts, on the stitches, whatever. Not until later on down the line. Right now, it just only need to be ointment. Um, yeah, no perfumes, nothing like that in that area. Showering, okay. So showering wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And I don't know if it's because I have a walk-in shower, but I thought it was gonna be really bad. It wasn't as bad as I thought. Now, when you are showering and you have those tubes hanging out of your body, you cannot let those tubes go, because let me tell you right now, I didn't know how much of the tubes were inside of me on each side of my body. I think that had to be about 5 inches, because they stick the tubes on each side of your body up until it go right here. I didn't know until they were slowly pulling it out. I felt this. You gotta breathe when they taking it out. Just breathe. Don't scare yourself. Breathe. But I'll tell you, I have to be about 5 inches in there of tubes inside of my body on each side. And you need to get something that's gonna, like, a shoelace. That's the best thing. A shoelace, and put it, like, like around your neck, and tie each side of the tube so the tubes are holding up, because you cannot let those tubes go. And just rinse with water. They're gonna tell you gotta rinse with water. And make sure you get like Dove soap, some antibacterial soap, Dial, stuff like that. Um, and you just rinse your body. You got to get the tape wet. The tape that's on underneath the breast, all the tape. You need to make sure you are getting that stuff wet, okay? And afterwards, when you get out of the shower, don't be afraid to get the um, surgical tape wet. You have to. When you get out the shower, you need to make sure that you are letting them dry. Don't just all of a sudden put back on the surgical bra. No. And you need to keep that surgical bra clean. So that means that when you take it off, put it in the washer immediately, wash it, take it out the washer. Don't put it on hard dry, but low dry. Get in the shower, let it dry. By the time you get out, you're ready to put it back on. Not right away, because you have to let that tape dry. The surgical tape that you got wet in the shower, let it dry. Make sure that it's really dry, because if you don't, when you try and put back on your surgical bra, it's going to irritate you. So even if you got to get a blow dryer and blow, I didn't do that. I just turned the heat on in my condo and just sat sat there naked and just let it all dry. And then I put the surgical bra back on, put the padding, because you're gonna have that. Remember, that's why I say get the gauze. You're gonna need to get gauze because you need to be changing those gauze. That's around the tube, the drain tubes. Um, and then ordering more surgical bras. Okay, post-op surgical bras. Those can get very expensive, you guys. All right, I didn't even know how expensive those bras are, and those bras are expensive. I want the bras; they are expensive. Okay, now only reason why, like I said, oh, that's crazy. How did the camera turn around? I've been ordering everything from Amazon because I work there, so that was a blessing because those surgical bras are very, very, very expensive. The post-op surgical bras, the good ones, and that's what I ordered. But like I said, with a discount, it came out to nothing, just about. I bought a whole bunch of them, and I think the total came out to like, cause the post-op surgical bras are they were like 50 something a piece, 40 something a piece, I think, and I bought a whole bunch. I think about like I have five, and with my discount and everything, it came out to like I think it was like $24, $25. Yeah, like $24, $25 for all five of them. So I ordered those. Those came. So I just switch them out. But they can get irritating. They can get irritating. And I would rather just walk around like with no bra on and just, let yourself heal. Let yourself heal. And yeah. So like I've been able to today go out, and when I went out, and have my sweater on or my shirt on, I didn't need to wear a bra because it's been irritating my stitches. And it was okay because nobody could see through the little cardigan sweater I had on. I made sure of that. So yeah, that was that, you guys. So I went over beginning to after surgery. I told you guys about the surgical bras. Make sure it's the surgical bras that snap to the front. The snap, not snap, but the hook to the front, nothing to the back. It have to be to the front. It's easier that way. I think that's about it, you guys. It's gonna be hard to get dressed. Okay, I have a lot of the dresses that come off the shoulders and stuff like that. So even those were just a little bit too heavy for the breasts. To me, it was light. I'm like, this is light clothing, but just for it to lay on the breast, like it started aching. So I'm like, even putting on my light maxi dresses, it was little too. The material was a little too heavy for the breast. I'm like, man, well, so you know, some days I would just sit around and wear myself, my own skin, and just rest and heal. That's the main thing. And you have to be careful because you can't catch a cold. Yeah, be careful because your chest is open. I had a fever, bad fever, but thank God that it went down, it went away. But you can't catch a cold because you do have an open chest. It's an open wound. So just be careful for that. Be mindful of that. Just make sure I don't leave anything out when you're driving, when you're allowed to drive again. It's just all about how much you can do. Because you can't ask a doctor, oh, how much can you drive? How much do you think you could drive? It's up to you how much you feel comfortable with, you know. Because that seatbelt is uncomfortable. Yeah, when you just, having surgery on your chest, that seatbelt is uncomfortable. I'll tell you right now. And yeah, so that's about it, you guys. I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. You could comment, like, or subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. I will be doing more videos. I had a lot on here, but we're just going to rearrange some stuff. It's a new year, coming into new things, new beginnings, you know, which is a wonderful thing. So my next tutorial I want to do for you guys is doing my finger waves, because I do my own hair. So I definitely want to do a tutorial for that. And yeah, so you guys have a wonderful evening, and I'll talk to you guys later.